everyone, this is Robin Stanley, and I'm here to talk to you about comfort zones and why I think we all need to leave them. So, what is a comfort zone? A comfort zone is that place where you feel safe and secure, the most at ease, nothing too risky, nothing too scary. It's where you feel the most comfortable. And, to some extent, we all leave our comfort zones on a regular basis. As coaches, we've learned to leave our comfort zones when it comes to exercise and eating healthy. For a lot of people, their comfort zone is doing exactly the opposite. Curling up on the couch instead of exercising, or grabbing fast food and ordering pizza instead of planning and prepping meals and cooking healthy for their family. So whether you realize it or not, you already are leaving your comfort zones. But there's a lot of different areas in our life where we are stuck in our comfort zones. And it's a matter of determining where you're stuck, whether it's physical, mental, emotional, or spiritual. Because most people don't even realize they're stuck in their comfort zones. I know I didn't for a long time, and it took a lot of personal development for me to figure out where I needed to change. And it's that small number of people who are willing to tolerate discomfort that are going to see the most rewards and are going to feel the most rewarded in life. They're going to see that success over the long run, whether it's being fulfilled emotionally, again, physically, spiritually, mentally. Those are all areas of our life where we want to continue to learn, to grow, to change, and move out of our comfort zones. And as coaches, it's rewarding because we see people leave their comfort zones all the time in our challenge groups. They're committing to a new exercise program. They're committing to eating healthy. They're changing their mindset. And it's amazing. We get to see that change. We get to see those transformations. And it's fantastic. It's very rewarding. And in looking at that, we can see how much that can reflect on our own lives. If we're willing to leave our own comfort zones, again, the place where we're stuck. So, change is scary. Leaving your comfort zone is a change, and that creates fear and anxiety in people. Again, it did for me for a long time. I've lived with fear and anxiety my whole life. It's something that I've really struggled with, but I've come a long way, especially with personal development, with being in this community, where I get so much support and encouragement from all of you. It's really helped me to learn and grow. My own personal struggle, my whole life, I felt self-conscious and fearful of what people have thought of me in just about every way. What I look like, what I'm dressed like, on social media when it comes to posting. What am I posting? If I'm friend requesting someone new, what are they going to think of me? What are people thinking of me when I send them a message if I haven't talked to them in 10 years? It just absolutely terrified me. But it is terrifying when that's where you're stuck, if that's your comfort zone that you're stuck in. I was scared of posting videos, of making videos like this, of posting sweaty selfies. Again, what are people going to think? I was terrified. And if you know me, the old me, you'll know how true that is. But I've come a long way, and I've realized how exhausting and tiring it is, worrying and being fearful and being anxious about what other people think about leaving my comfort zone, about making that change. It's worse than actually taking the step to make the change, ironically enough. But, we need to be able to move past our fears. So it's all in identifying. So what are you afraid of? What can you identify as your fears? So I've listed mine. So are you afraid of what people will think of you? Are you afraid of failure? Are you fearful of success? Like if you succeed in this business, then what? Some people are afraid of success. Are you afraid that you're not worthy, you're not good enough, that you'll fail, you won't make it? these are all limiting beliefs, and they're self-imposed. Believe it or not, these are things that we can all work through. You know, it does take a leap of faith. It does take personal development. Sorry for the pups. They like to bark. We're just going to keep on going. But change can be viewed as an opportunity or an obstacle. Really, it can, either way. But it is an opportunity to learn and to grow. And we all need to be willing to challenge ourselves, to make changes. It's all about mindset, and we tend, I think it's just kind of inherent, we tend to shun the changes that we need to make the most, because they're the ones that make us feel the most uncomfortable. But generally, they're the ones that we need to make to feel the most rewards later, to feel the most benefit from. And if we can change and grow, our businesses are going to follow. If we're stuck in our comfort zones, we're not going to grow as individuals, and our businesses are going to be stuck as well. So personally, I've decided that I'm not going to allow my fears to get the better of me. I'm not going to live in my comfort zone. Every day I'm going to take steps to move out of my comfort zone, because that is where I feel the most rewarded. And I hope that all of you decide to do the same. And I know it's not easy. I know it takes time. But the bottom line is, we really don't live our lives to the fullest until we embrace it and we step outside of the comfort zone. We cannot be paralyzed by our own fear. And speaking from personal experience, I know what that feels like, to be paralyzed by fear. And it's not a fun place to be. It's so much more rewarding and liberating to live life to the fullest. I have a quote here, and if you've seen my previous videos, you know I like to start or end with a quote. But this is, "For what it's worth, it's never too late to be whoever you want to be. I hope you live a life you're proud of, and if you find you're not, I hope you have the strength to start over." That's F. Scott Fitzgerald. And I love that quote, because it's never too late. It's never too late to make a change. No matter where you're at in life, no matter what challenges you're facing, no matter where you're stuck, you can change. You have the opportunity. Just need to work on your mindset, and that's where personal development comes in. The time is going to pass anyway, regardless of you decide to make the change now, or if you never make the change. The time's going to pass. It's all about, how are you going to spend it? How do you want to live your life? What do you want to get out of your life? Where do you see yourself? And that takes commitment. It takes hard work. But if you put the work in, you'll get there. So, call to action is to post below either a fear that you have, and maybe a place that you're stuck, and what you need help kind of getting through. And that can kind of be scary, I realize that. You could also post maybe something that you've already changed. So a comfort zone that you've already left, and how you did it, because we can all encourage each other by the changes we made. Because like I said before, we're all stuck in different places. Comfort zones can be physical, they can be mental, they can be emotional, and they can be spiritual. So figure out where you're stuck, and then take the steps to make the change. And again, personal development is critical. So have a great day, everyone.